Hello and welcome back everybody. In today's video we are doing a get it all done clean with me, where I'm going to be tackling some of the tasks that have been grating on my nerves around the house. So we're starting off here with mowing my front yard, and I did mow the yard until the battery died. So I pretty much got the front yard mowed, except for on the other side of the house, the little bit of there was like a strip of grass on the side of the house that did not get mowed, and I'm just like, you know what, it can wait till the next day. Sorry, HOA. But the grass is very tall. We've been having a lot of rain, and so the grass is pretty much growing and everything. So then we are going to go ahead and go back inside the house after we do the lawn mowing and all of that. We are going to go in and work on dishes. I had a kitchen full of dirty dishes that needed to be cleaned and everything. So I went in there and cleaned the dishes and took 3 rounds of dishes, I think, going through the dishwasher. So it was quite a lot. And then we came and worked on the back entryway. I folded some laundry, and then we finally get around to cleaning the front part of the house. So I hope that this video gives you some motivation to get up and get something done along with me. And yes, I'm very glad to get some of this stuff done because I'm feeling so much better now that I've gotten some of those tasks out of the way. Oh, I forgot. I did go out to my garage and also start packing up some boxes to put out at the curb for recycling as well. So it's been a very eventful week this week. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. For those of you that are new, my name is Charlotte. I live in the Houston area. I do own my home, and I also have 6 cats that live inside and 1 cat that lives outside. Kitty is the one that lives outside. I don't know how old he is. He just came last year and adopted me and has not left my backyard. And I did try to bring him inside, but he wants to be an outside cat. So the other 6 that live inside, we're going to start off with the oldest 3. They are 5 years old. They are 3 brothers from the same litter, and they are all 3 black cats, Sam, Jack, and Binks. And then we have the 3 kittens that came to me last year. They just celebrated their first birthday this past Friday. So their names are Cookie, Tay, and Suga, and they are named after 3 BTS members. And yes, I'm a fan of BTS. I'm an ARMY. I'm gonna admit it. I'm an ARMY. I have been for many years now. But the house is kind of a mess because partly I have been doing a renovation or a refresh of my office. But earlier in the year, the Kitty came inside the house because he had a tooth infection, and I did not deflea him, and we got fleas inside of the house, and I ripped out the carpet in the last 3 rooms. The carpet was 30 years old, so it was time for the carpet to be ripped out, but it has left my house kind of in a mess since mid-April, right before Easter. and I have been struggling with the disaster that is my house. So we are trying to get back in line and get everything done. And so you'll see around the house that there's a lot of stuff, boxes, places, and things out of place, and furniture out of place. And it's because I'm still living in a renovation refresh type situation, as I'm still working on the office, but we are almost done with that project, and I will be focusing on trying to get the TV room and the front room floor painted, stained, whatever you want to call it, and then trying to rearrange the furniture and all of that. So that is what's going on in this house, and the craziness that is what it is. So I am still going to continue working on my dishes here, and then I'm also trying to collect trash and recycling, because the day after this scene was shot, it was recycling day, trash and recycling day. So that is also what I am trying to do, as well as doing the dishes.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet.
Okay, we're moving outside to clean up some of the boxes that have been collecting in my garage for many months now. And pretty soon you'll see Kitty kind of come in. He is the brown long-haired tabby that kind of walks in here while I'm doing the boxes and everything. But there he is. But I am working on getting this cleared out, and I have a whole bunch of these boxes, probably because things have just been crazy. But I had the tree fall on my home last year during Hurricane Beryl, and it's just been a conglomeration of messy stuff. And I moved my car outside of the garage, and then a couple weeks ago, while it was sitting in my driveway, the sunroof glass shattered. And that is why my car is now in the garage, and why I have all these folded up boxes. It was time to actually get the car into the garage, because it's open to weather and everything. That is why there is a tarp over my car. It is because Kitty does come into the garage in the daytime, so I didn't want him to get injured or any of that. So actually on top of the car is a tarp and a box to protect any cats or anything from getting inside of the car and everything. But I finally heard from my the glass company. It's been 2.5 weeks since the glass shattered, and I contacted them and finally heard from them, and hopefully by Monday we will have heard back from insurance and all of that type of stuff, and working to get a new car and everything. But it got to the point where I finally called my mom and said, can I borrow one of your cars? She is actually going out of town, and luckily we were able to get some switch out cars, or not really switch out. She came down here, picked me up. We went up to her place this morning, and I picked up her BMW. It's an older BMW, and it's a standard, and I hate driving manuals or standards or whatever you want to call them. I hate driving them. I can drive them very badly, but I can drive them. But I at least have a vehicle, because I was going stir crazy and I needed to get out of this house. So we are continuing with more dishes, but at least it's just that day's dishes and some other like cat bowls and things like that. But we are going to continue working on this house and trying to get now we're going to move on, I think, after this, to the back entryway, to try to get the back entryway cleaned up And honestly, getting the back entryway was the thing that kind of helped me the most, because see all that paint stuff there? I took it all out to the garage now that the boxes were gone. This day was the day that recycling did come. Or no, this was Thursday. So recycling had come the day before. So I now had room in the garage to put stuff, and moved all of the paint supplies. And then of course I have a bunch of boxes and all of that. So once you see this, my mind is free, and I kind of want to add the doors to the shelving units on top of the litter box enclosures, but I don't quite want to do that because I need to take those shelves off and put the feet on the litter box enclosures at some point. So, but we're going to give this room a somewhat deep clean because it needed it, and my mind needed to have it clean and all of that.
Hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for fun, with a light to fire. I've been flying up the ceiling, taken by this feeling. Maybe we're invincible at last. Fueling every engine, power is descending. Maybe we're invincible. Hold your gun, cut the wire, aim for fun,
We're moving on into the front of the house to start doing the cleaning, and it has been a moment since I've been able to vacuum all of the floors out here, so I am so happy to, at the end of the day, to have the floors all vacuumed. But we're going to start off here in the dining room, and as you can see, the boxes, all the Chewy boxes, those are filled with books that go into the bookcases that you will see in the TV room. And again, the house is in renovation status at the moment, so I don't know where I'm putting, well, I know where I'm going to put the bookcases, I just haven't moved them there because it's going to require swapping the orientation of the TV room and everything. So that's more work to do. I do have a job outside of the house that is a corporate job, so I am able to work from home some days out of the week, but they are requiring us to start going into the office more days out of the week, not full time, but at least a couple more, adding an extra day on in the week to go into the office. So I am trying to figure out my schedule with everything, but with the house being a complete disaster, it's like, okay, let's focus on one task at a time and one task a day, and slowly but surely we'll get there and just try to maintain the rest of the house in the meantime and all of that. So now we're moving on into the front room, and as you can see, it is still, rugs everywhere. It's not perfect, but at least it's not the storage room that it was a couple weeks ago. And I will leave a card for that video somewhere, because this room was the storage room for like all the furniture. So I've now made it a room. The floor still has the concrete that you can see, but at least you can get to the couch and you can see some floor and you can actually move around in there, and it's not this like, oh my goodness, it was a horrible looking mess and everything.
stuff away and check out for the day. There's no time to waste when it's 100 degrees. Burns under my feet. Won't you have a drink with me? We head into town, see what it's about. Barely need a shirt, though the sun has almost set. Make the most of it. I know we will dance and sing. There's a heat wave. There's a heat wave rolling in. There's a heat wave, yeah. There's a party in the streets and the city's on fire.
So I have this one vacuum sitting over there, the white one, that is for basically cleaning up all the litter, because these are the litter box enclosures for the cats. And once I was done cleaning everything today, I went out to dump out both vacuums of all the debris that was in them. And I started to tear apart the white one with the filter and all of that. And I realized I have actually never cleaned the filter, and I've had this vacuum for maybe a year, 2 years now, and I've never cleaned the filter. And oh my gosh, that filter was it has like a sponge filter. It was so dirty that I rinsed it out. I mean, it was gray. It wasn't quite black yet, but it was definitely like a middle tone gray color. And the dirt that just was coming out of that, because it's sucking up cat litter basically, so it's sucking up clay. And so I'm rinsing that filter out, and I gave that vacuum canister a good deep clean because it definitely needed it. And then I didn't do anything with my Dyson because I just recently switched out the filter, and I am so glad to have this old one working again. And I'm so glad I went and stopped by the store to get it wasn't the store, it was the Dyson like store repair place and everything, and they replaced the motor in the car, or in the Dyson, for $120. You spend all that money on it, and I love this. I think it's a V10. I think it might be a V11. I'm not sure, but it's not available anymore. So it's kind of it's one model, the V10 or the V11, is not available anymore, and then they have the other one, a V10 or a V11, that's available. I love this thing. The canister, the battery, all of it just lasts so much longer than my V12 does. And so I just recently bought the hard floor attachment for this, so that way I could actually vacuum the rugs and everything, because I have washable rugs, and the Dyson's, the beater bar just doesn't work on the washable rugs at all. So using the hard floor attachments work very well on them. They still suck them up pretty well. So that's what I want in a vacuum cleaner, is for it to suck up all the dirt and everything, and the cat hair and all of that. But I definitely, after all of this, I didn't film the vacuum cleaning, but I deep cleaned the Tyneco wet dry vacuum mop thing, and then I also did a deep clean of the white vacuum cleaner. It's a Lavoie, if you say it the French way, something like that. But it does a decent job on getting all the cat litter and all of that stuff up off the floor. But I'm hoping that since the filter is going to be all clean now, that it will do even better on cleaning and all of that stuff. So now we are going in and deep cleaning this sink. The sink was so bad. With all the paint and everything that I've been doing, there were so many paint splatters everywhere, and I had to come in. I first started off with Barkeeper's Friend, but then I came in with an SOS pad, and it needed that extra little bit of the SOS scrubbing pad. It's a stainless steel scrubbing pad with soap in it, and it just needed that extra little help to get the paint splatters off of the sink and everything. So we're getting close to the end of the video, so I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I will be here in a moment to actually talk to you guys through the camera.
Well, the sun beats slow, it turns into stars. just lost my phone. And I don't know where to go. No, my friends are getting stoned. Somewhere on a boat. Though I feel alright, by a drifter's side, strangers on the go. That's all I have to know.
Well, that is it for today. I have the mop doing its self-cleaning cycle. Then I'm gonna pull everything off of that, the last thing, and then let it all air dry. And but that's it for today. I'll be back for me tomorrow, but for you guys next week, where I will be working on weather permitting. Tomorrow morning I need to go out and mow the yard, and then I'm gonna start working on the back of the house on trying to get it a little bit tidied. And then I'm gonna throw in some other, like I did this video where it's other tasks here and there to kind of tidy up things. And the first thing that I'm gonna tidy up will be that built-in desk, because yikes. I have to walk past it every single day. It's time to get rid of it. So, or put things away. And a lot of it is that big huge thing of boxes, of Apple boxes, and I do keep the boxes, and that is mainly because when I need to trade in things, I have a box already for it, and then I just have to, you know, find an outer box to pack it and ship it. So that's why I keep those boxes. So I am actually going to try to find a place for those elsewhere. And yes, I'm watching a squirrel run down the
Self-cleaning cycle complete. Please clean dirty water tank and debris channel.
I'm watching a squirrel run down the slope of the.
Self-cleaning cycle complete. Please clean dirty water tank and debris channel.
Okay. I was watching a squirrel run down the slope of the house behind me, and it's the steeper slope of the roof, and it was kind of funny because I'm like, it was a big squirrel. Big squirrel. But yes, so look forward to next week, where I will be starting to work on the back and cleaning that and getting that done. And it feels so good to have the front of the house at least vacuumed. That is the biggest thing. The kitchen looking clean. I finally was able to do a very deep clean of the kitchen sink in this video, and a lot of it was using the SOS pad to get the paint off of, and I didn't get every little drop of paint, but it was time to do the deep clean of the kitchen sink and to do, you know, pull out the big guns there. And I don't pull out the SOS pads very often, but it's usually after I've been painting and using that as my wash sink for after the painting sessions. So it's been a couple weeks since then, so the paint is kind of a little caked on. So it took a little elbow grease in some places and a fingernail here and there, but I'm just happy to have the house looking like a house again. I do need to find a place for that basket though. I'll put it here. I have 2 baskets full of blankets, and more blankets are in the dryer that I need to pull out. But I didn't do much with the coffee table thing because I am working on diamond painting. So once I get cleaned up for tonight, I'll be back here doing that again. So I will let you guys go. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that it brought you some motivation to get up and get something done along with me. I am definitely feeling like I'm getting out of my little slump that has been there. So I hope that this did help anybody that is also in the cleaning slump or the lack of motivation. I hope that this did bring you some motivation to get up and along with me. Thank you everybody, and have a wonderful week. I will see you guys next time. Bye everybody. Oh, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell if you are not, so that way you're notified when I do post my next video. Thank you everybody, bye.